Hi, it's Christy again, and I am here with Sin, and we are going to do her full body comparative, um, her full body camp. Okay, and so I've worked with her before, and I also kind of made a list of the different muscles that I'm going to work on based on like the knowledge that I have so far on um, on the cams. Okay, so number one is we're doing pelvis approximation. So she's going to lie down on her back, and we're going to start on her right side, which means that I go over to her left. Okay, and so I say take your right leg up to tabletop, and then I take her shin and I make sure her shin is parallel to the table, so like this. Okay, and I hold on to her lower calf. So go ahead and drop your calf down so that her shin is parallel to the table. I take my right hand beneath her hip bone and I say drop your hip bone down into my hand. And then the muscles on her right side of her pelvis are going to contract. So I'm going to say rotate your pelvis to me without like pushing your leg to me. Okay, so from here, contract your muscles on the right side and rotate your pelvis toward me. Good. And then rest. Okay, and again, okay, and try just to use the muscles like right here, not driving too much into this leg, okay? So just the muscles here, rotate up, good, and then release it down, okay? And then onto her left side. So her left leg comes into tabletop, her shin is parallel to the table, and from here, my left hand goes underneath her PSIS, drop the hip down, use the muscles like right here to rotate your pelvis over to the right side, okay? So lifting up, rotating. Yeah, and so she's limited on her left side, okay? So left pelvis approximation. Based on that information, I'm going to treat her transverse abdominals, lower fibers. That's my cats fighting in the background. And then she's going to come up to a seated position, and she's going to have her feet off the table. So you have a legs slightly bent, and just like right here off the table. And the legs are going to open up to the side or to the width of the massage table. Sit as tall as you can, okay? And take your arms across the chest. And then from there, what she's going to do is she's going to keep her pelvis stable, and she's going to rotate her trunk to the right, okay? So right rotation and go as far as you can with the trunk. Okay, good, and then back to center, and then she's going to rotate to the left. Okay, and go ahead and bring your head with you. So when you're rotating to the right, like bring your, sit as tall as you can. So your head is going to go with the torso. So rotate to the right. Okay, and then back to center, and rotate to the left. Okay, I'm going to look at that one more time. Scooch back a little further, back this way so that your shins are more on the table. Sit tall, okay, rotate right, center, again, do a little less, rotate right, go slower, okay, and then back to center, okay, so super slow, rotate right, right there, good, okay, good, and then rotate left. Okay, she's limited to the right, and so I was like seeing like, so she got her the right, but she was driving in her lower body to get there. So right rotation is limited. Did you feel that? Okay. All right. So based on the that on right rotation, you're gonna work her external oblique anterior fibers, her external oblique lateral fibers, her internal oblique anterior fibers, internal oblique lateral fibers, TVA upper, psoas minor right, rectus abdominals left. Okay, so if I'm using, okay, right rotation, external oblique anterior is left, external oblique lateral is left, internal oblique anterior is right, internal oblique lateral is right, transverse abdominal upper is left, opposite side rotator, psoas minor is right, rectus abdominals, like not that much in terms of like force, but it's going to be her left side. So then she's gonna lie down on her back, and her legs are on the table, and she's gonna scooch back so that her ankles are on the table too. So legs are neutral, so from the pelvis down, no movement, arms down by your side. And then you take your spine, and you're just gonna like lateral flex over to the right. So side bend right, good sin, okay, and side bend left. Okay, I'm gonna look at that one more time. Okay, and side bend right. Okay, good, side bend left. She's limited on the right side. Could you also feel that? Okay, so her right side is limited. I'm not really sure where this lies. I think it's probably multifidus, you know? So I put multifidus down, but I know it's not one we've completely hit. Side bend on the internal rotation. Okay, so with the right side, she's going to internally rotate her right leg. So the leg on the right side spirals inward like this. And then from there, she keeps the lower body in that same position. And then she side bends her body and the spine to the right side. Okay, so side bend right. And back to center, and internally rotate the left leg. And side bend left. Pretty sticky on the right side, okay? So still we're seeing side bend neutral, side bend internal rotation on the right side limited. Then she's gonna externally rotate her right leg. So from the hip bone, like right here, the thigh turns out, that stays the same. Side bend to the right side. Okay, back to center, and then relax the right leg and externally rotate the left leg, side bend left. Let me step one more time, okay? And then side bend right, external rotation with the right leg. Got it, okay. And then side bend left, external rotation with the left leg to side bend. So it's on the right side still. So this I do know. So with the multifidus, the sacral lumbar fibers on the multifidus, we're gonna treat that on her today. And then we're also going to work with the multifidus lumbar thoracic division, because those are external rotation. The leg has to externally rotate, and then you side bend because the multifidus is an opposite side rotator, so that's why you drive in the external rotation of the leg. So then she's going to come up, and she's going to come to, actually no, I apologize about that. So she's going to stay down on her back, and then we're going to do her hip hike, right and left, okay? So on the hip hike, your upper body from the navel above, it doesn't move, but your hip, like this, is going to like pull up. So if there was a string, yeah, exactly. You pull up like that, pull, okay, and then rest. And then next side, the left. The left is limited. You feel that? So on her left side, for sure, it's limited. So with that information, I'm going to treat her QL. The spinal division of her QL, and then also her costal division of her QL. Both of those are going to be worked on. Come up to seated, and then she's, her low body is still, her arms across the chest, and then you're going to take the right side, and she side bend right, okay, so over to the right side, and back to center, side bend left, okay. And one more time, sit really tall, side bend right. Center, sit tall, side bend left. Okay, that to me looks somewhat even when you look at the screen, side bend right. Center, side bend left. Yeah, this one I don't really see that much in terms of limitations. I also at this point don't really know what to add in on the muscle list.
You want to band on like monitor off my
Oh no,
shoulders?
you're good. Yeah, you're good. You're cool. But thank you, I appreciate it. So then we're gonna go spine flexion. So then she goes, you're gonna have your arms across the chest, and then her breastbone is going to rotate to her right hip bone. Okay, so she rotates like, come back up like this. So it's gonna be, like this. Okay, so exactly. So your breastbone rotates to the hip bone. Then after that, she fully flexes her spine through the legs. So stretch forward through the legs. Okay, good, good. And then she goes into side bend left. And then she's gonna flex through the legs. Did you feel the limitation on the right?
On the left.
On the left? See that? I'm confused. Okay, so now side bend or rotate right. Flex through the legs. Good. Okay, center, rotate left. Flex through the legs. Okay. One more time.
Okay.
Here. Flex, head through your legs. Okay. Let your head drop. Good. Back to center. Rotate opposite side. Flex to the legs. That's still the right. Did you feel that? Or no? Really? See, this is where it's like really hard to kind of decipher. It looked really similar to me. She feels it's left, I see right. I don't know. But with that one, because this is the first time we've worked together, because it's not that big of a difference, and also because the rectus abdominals are probably what we're looking at here, right? Rotate one direction, flex rectus abdominals, all the 4 divisions. I already have that in her trunk rotation side, so I'm just going to keep it there. Feedback on that would be appreciated. And then we have prone spinal extension. So here, then you're going to lie down on your stomach with your legs facing this way, your head that way. Okay, and then she's going to have just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of extension through her back. So you lift up through the back just a little bit, and then you're going to rotate to me to the right. Now lift your back up all the way, extend your spine. Good, and then do that with your arms by your side, palms facing up. Okay, start again, head down. Lift up like a centimeter, rotate to the right, and then fully extend your back. Lift up, 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 and then return to the mat, okay? And then a little bit of extension, just a tiny bit, rotate to the left, and spinal extension up, 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 up. Limited on the left, okay? So left spinal extension, limited. I would have to say that's probably going to be the multifidus, but I don't think we've gotten into the longissimus yet. Right now I'm just on 9. So she's limited on the left. Okay, now come all the way back up to seated again. We've got 2 more to go. We're on cam 10. Cam 10, so you're going to stay here. You have your torso fully rotated, like full rotation to the right. And then after that, you side bend away to the left. So rotate to the right, side bend to the left. Come back up. Let me see that again. Sit tall, rotate right, side bend left. Good. Come back to center. Okay. Rotate left as much as you can, side bend right. Limited on the right. Yeah. So right side, that would be internal oblique lateral fibers on the right side that we're going to work on, okay? And then the last one that we have is, this was the hardest. So you go into full trunk flexion. So it looks like this. You're going to go to full trunk flexion is like this. And then you're going to turn toward one leg. Like so, side bend or full flexion, go to the left side, like lateral flex, and then rotate. Holy crap. Okay. Sorry. Let me look at this really quick. Okay. All right. So full flexion. So she stretches through the legs completely. Now you're going to rotate to me to like turn this way and then side bend to the right, like that. That's right. Okay, come back up to center, sit tall. Okay, we reset. Okay, and then from here, you flex through the legs completely. She's going to rotate her torso to me and then she laterally flexes to the left. The first side was limited, yeah. One more time, let me see, sit tall, flex forward, rotate away from me, side bend to me. Got it. Back to center, full flexion through the legs, rotate to me, side bend away from me. What side felt tighter, do you send?
I don't know, let's do it again.
Okay, flex forward all the way. Okay, so go full flexion, rotate away from me. Good, and then side bend to me. Come back up one more time. So flex forward, rotate to me this way, side bend away from me. Back to center, okay? And then full flexion, rotate to me, side bend away. We're gonna call that we don't know, okay? Because I'll just be making it up. So anyways, that's my cam for the material that we have so far. Thank you.